Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to the first video of the day. In today's video, as always, we are going to be reacting to the ACC games that were played this weekend. We do these for all the Power 4 conferences. That's what we're going to do in the first video of the day. However, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Once again, very sorry for not posting yesterday. It was a long day yesterday. However, we're back with videos, ready to roll, and get into these ACC Week number 9 reactions. Alright, so kicking us off on Thursday Night Football, of course, we had the Syracuse Orange going into the Pitt Panthers. This game was absolutely nuts. The Syracuse quarterback threw for 5 interceptions, 2 of which were pick sixes, and Pittsburgh wins 41-13. I thought this game was going to be a much closer game than what it turned out to be. However, when you take away the turnovers, Kyle McCord still played pretty poorly. 321 yards passing. I don't think he had any touchdown passes on the day either. However, when I look at it, Pittsburgh was the better team. Their defense is looking really good. Now, obviously it doesn't help when the quarterback for the other team is thrown right to the other players when he throws the interceptions, but regardless, Pittsburgh's 7-0, man. They're 3-0 in ACC conference play right now. I'm expecting them to be one of the top 4 teams in the league right now. With Duke, Pitt, obviously, you still have Miami in there. You have Clemson in there. So, with that said, obviously, Pittsburgh wins this one. They win it by the defense. The defense is obviously what prevailed them to win this game. Offense didn't need to do much, and Pitt goes on to win and is now 7-0 on the season there. Moving on to Friday Night Football, of course, we had Louisville going into Boston College and beating Boston College. This game was a very underrated matchup, and I said it was going to be a very underrated matchup. However, Louisville gets the win. They're 5-3, 3-2 in ACC conference play. Stroud, the quarterback, I said would have a pretty good game, and he did. 322 yards passing, 2 touchdowns on the day. 25 of 38, not a terrible day for him. I think that's ultimately what held him, or what led the way. Also, the running back for Louisville had about 2 touchdowns on the ground rushing as well. Boston College, man, they're 4-4, 1-3 to start in ACC conference play. I don't see them doing anything in the conference. However, I could see them pulling off an upset or two to end the season. That would be absolutely crazy. However, when it comes down to it, Louisville's defense got the job done for Boston College and sealed the victory for the Cardinals there. Alright, let's go to Saturday here. Starting us off on Saturday, we had Cal absolutely obliterating Oregon State. Now, again, Ollie Gordon III, I don't know if you guys saw his ending of the game press conference. He said he's still going to ride with his boys. That's basically the whole message that he's been trying to put out. Last year they had a great season. Don't know why they are doing so poorly in conference play right now. They're 4-4, 1-2 on the year. Cal also 4-4, but 2-3 or 3-2 at home. Excuse me. So with that said, Cal plays a lot better at home. Obviously, they get the job done in a very blowout win. A very good win where Mendez played really well. 2 touchdown passes on the day, 364 yards. Mendoza, excuse me, not Mendez. And, of course, 27 of 38 as well. So, Cal gets the win, a much-needed win against the Oregon State Beavers. Again, I said it. I'm not picking Oregon State until I see something change with, of course, one of the best running backs in the country. Obviously, you got to learn. You still got to figure out how to utilize him these last few games throughout the season as well. Wake Forest going into Stanford. I think I predicted this one right. I want to say that I did. If I didn't, I've said that this game would be a very sneaky, close game. Turns out it was. Wake Forest getting the upset win at Stanford. 4-4, 2-2 in ACC conference play right now. Bockheimer, the quarterback for Wake Forest, played a really solid game. 20 of 30, 245 yards, 3 passing touchdowns on the day. And he also utilizes weapons, with the running back having 178 yards on the day as well. 96 yards for the Stanford wide receiver as well. And Wake Forest gets a very close win and escapes at Stanford. Now, Up next, you have North Carolina going into Virginia. I did not watch this game at all. I'm just going to be real with you guys here. However, Criswell, the UNC quarterback, had a really solid day at the office. 20 of 30, 293 yards, two touchdowns on the day as well. Running back for UNC also had 2 touchdowns with 105 yards rushing as well. And then Jones, the receiver, caught a couple of touchdowns as well. So UNC was getting the ball to its playmakers who they needed to get the ball to, and obviously it paid off against this Virginia defense. North Carolina now 4-4, 1-3 in conference play. Virginia 4-4, 2-3 in ACC conference play with the loss to North Carolina. I could see North Carolina pulling off a couple of upsets here and there as well these last 4 or 5 weeks of the regular season. However, North Carolina gets a much-needed win and a blowout win on the road in Virginia in that matchup there. Alright, let's go, of course, to Virginia Tech, where Virginia Tech blew out, of course, Georgia Tech 21-6. Georgia Tech 5-3, 3-1 in conference play right now. They can still make some noise here in this ACC title game race as well. Between Duke, SMU, Virginia Tech, Miami, Clemson, obviously, they are going to be, that race right there for the ACC championship game is going to be a fun one to watch. We'll see if Miami can stay undefeated. Also, keep in mind, Pitt is also undefeated as well. Clemson plays Pitt, so that will be a very interesting matchup as well. I really like this Virginia Tech squad. I really do. I like Philo, obviously, the quarterback for Haynes Keene. The backup quarterback for Haynes Keene did not play all that great. However, when I look at it, it was the running back for Virginia Tech that ultimately got them through and, of course, beat Georgia Tech at home in that matchup there. Now, let's go to Duke, North Carolina. Let's go to Durham real quick and talk about this game. SMU, 7-1 on the year, 4-0 in ACC conference play. I don't think anybody had them being this good in the ACC, that's for sure. However, Duke, 6-2 overall, 2-2 in ACC conference play. They are definitely still alive for that ACC title game race. However, SMU was the better team. Malachi Murphy for Duke, of course, led the game in, of course, passing yards with 295. 3 touchdowns on the day for him, 27 of 48 as well. And, of course, this game went to overtime, and SMU needed an extra 15 minutes or so to get the job done. However, they got the job done. I like SMU's offense. They looked really good in this week. Duke's defense did kind of struggle a little bit, allowing those points in overtime. However, when it comes down to it, SMU was just the better team, and they got the job done against the Duke Blue Devils in that matchup there. Alright, the final game of the weekend, Florida State going into Miami. Miami absolutely murdering the Florida State Seminoles 36-14. Cam Ward, of course, 22 of 35, 208 yards. Didn't have to do much on the day. But it was the running back for Miami, who had 2 touchdowns. Martinez looked really solid on the ground. 148 rush yards as well. And Miami improves to 8-0, 4-0 in ACC conference play. Again, looking like the clear number 1 favorite in this conference right now. I'm expecting Cam Ward to keep balling out, to be in that Heisman Trophy race. And I expect Miami to go on to win the ACC title game in December. Alright, that is going to be all for my first video of the day. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Coming up next, you guys will have ACC week number 10 predictions. Then you'll have NFL predictions to close us out here on the day as well. With that said, I'm going to hop off, get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. By the way, 2 football games tomorrow, or this weekend's going to be jam-packed on the Sports Lovers Instagram, so go subscribe or follow the Sports Lovers Instagram. We're going to have St. Michael UMS highlights on there. We're going to have Spanish Fort St. Paul's. And then, of course, Saturday I'll be at the South Alabama Georgia Southern matchup as well. Going to be a fun weekend of football. Enjoying the World Series game number 5 tonight. I was very shocked that the New York Yankees obviously made it this far, and I thought they were going to get swept last night. However, that's just not how the cookie crumbled. And, yeah, Enjoy playoff baseball. Enjoy, of course, some football. Kennesaw State, Western Kentucky going at it tonight as well. And, of course, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.